What's going on YouTube? JT is Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC Comics Solicitations discussions videos. The August 2024 solicitations are officially out. I'm finally reading them for the first time. These actually dropped on Friday, but I'm like, I'm a few days late at this point. Who cares? Let's go ahead and talk about them. So, this is my first time really going through them. I know Absolute Powers there. We got some Elseworlds stuff coming out, like DC versus Vampires World War V #1. Another 12-issue return for the Elseworlds tale, because DC versus Vampires had one of the most non-endings like ever, and it's kind of inevitable that we get a sequel. Because ending it there, I'm just like, it's just not right. So, I mean, I was enjoying the series up until like the ending, where it's like, it felt so unsatisfactory in a way. But anyways, Absolute Power #2, written by Mark Waid, art and cover by Dan Mora. Anytime you got Dan Mora on the artwork, you know it's going to look fantastic. So, Siege of the Fortress of Solitude. In the aftermath of Amanda Waller's total victory, the metahumans of the DC Universe have been depowered, scattered to the wind, and are reeling from critical defeat across the planet, but the resistance lives on. Any hero not rounded up by the Trinity of Evil have rendezvoused at Superman's Fortress of Solitude, but even the Sanctuary of Peace and Hope is not safe from Waller's blitzkrieg. The precog known as Dreamer has pointed Waller's weapons to the frozen tundra where our heroes lick their wounds, and the Shocker general leading Waller's charge to raise the fortress to the ground will leave you breathless. It's underdog versus complete global domination of this epic second installment of the Absolute Power saga, with a million tie-ins too. Task Force 7, issue #4, written by Pornsak I apologize, I butchered that name, but I wonder if their nickname was Porn. With a name like that. But anyways, failsafe, the relentless android with all of Batman's skills and none of his morals, hunts Nightwing and his newest recruiters. And a chilling issue from acclaimed writer Pornsak I apologize if I butchered that name. And artist Claire Rowe, on the run from Amanda Waller and her Amazo army. Dick Grayson is gathering heroes to bolster the growing resistance. But even his surprising new allies may not be enough to protect them from brutal consequences when Failsafe finds their hidden lair. So yes, Failsafe's going to be around for quite a while. Task Force 7, issue #5. Having the 7 and then the number 5 after that, it just doesn't mesh as well, I think. But anyways, Barry Allen is the lone speedster to still have his powers, staying barely a step ahead of the Flash-themed Amazo Velocity, now powered by the speed of the rest of the Flash family, while Barry must keep moving to avoid capture. He's also working as a one-man communications network for the remaining free heroes. Can Barry continue to aid the Resistance, or has time run out for the Flash? Then there's Amanda Waller. Absolute Power Origins #2, written by John Ridley. Amanda Waller has suffered immeasurable loss, and the loss of her humanity along with it. Now, after having blazed her own trail into Washington politics, the Wall launches the new phase of her career, Task Force X. Witness the rise of one of the deadliest teams to ever roam the DC Universe in a shocking revelation that will make history in Part 2 of Absolute Power Origins, brought to you by John Ridley and Aletha Martinez. Okay. Batman, #151, written by Chip Zdarsky, backup by Tini Howard. A device critical to Amanda Waller's plans is hidden on a remote, highly protected island. Batman can get there, but only one burglar has a chance of stealing the device and getting off the island safely. But the device isn't what they expect, and getting off the island turns out to be the least of their problems. Plus, the backup story reveals the chaos unleashed in this Gotham City when Arkham is unlocked to the Batflame are nowhere to be found. What do we got here? It's all about absolute power. It's about drive. It's about power. We stay hungry. Blah, blah, blah. All right, anyway, Superman, #17. Wow, already on 17 issues. It's weird to think we're already looking at August solicitations. I'm like, no, summer, don't end so quickly. After the traumatic events of Absolute Power #2, Superman and Zatanna trek into the darkest areas of the DC Universe to find a way to stop Waller and her growing army. Powerless and without magic, are they willing to make a deal with the devil to save the world? Wonder Woman. Oh, she's teaming up with Damian, it seems, in this. I like the art. I like her costume right here. I think it looks pretty cool. Oh, we got the swimsuit edition right there. Diana, very nice, very nice. Written by Tom King. Meet the new dynamic duo. Wonder Woman teams up with the unlikeliest of allies, Robin, on a top-secret mission to save their fellow heroes. Will Damian and Diana's quest to break into Waller's Gomorrah Supermax prison be a successful one, or is it all part of a more elaborate trap for Wonder Woman and her new sidekick? Okay, what Damian and Wonder Woman team up should be kind of interesting. So we'll see how that turns out. Let me check that one out. Green Lantern, issue #14, written by Jeremy Adams and Mark Guggenheim. I don't know, Mark Guggenheim and Green Lantern shouldn't necessarily go well together. Remember the movie? But anyways, Hal Jordan must don the weapons of DC's greatest villains to escape Amanda Waller's clutches and reconnect with the heroes who are set to strike back as this new absolute power. Meanwhile, Carol sets out a mission to help others, learning what it means to be a hero along the way. Plus, witness the rise of the Shadow Lanterns in an all-new backup story. 0 Hour 30th anniversary. Okay, that's a 0 Hour stuff. 30th anniversary edition. Kind of like the Death of Superman one. Jenny Sparks, #1, written by Tom King. The wild storm begins. What could four strangers have to do with the fate of the world? Find out as Captain Atom goes rogue, threatening to destroy the planet he once swore to protect. Can any hero stop him? Well, it may take the most unconventional of them all. Jenny Sparks, the one woman tasked with keeping all the heroes in line, no matter the cost. With a snap of her fingers, she's entered the fray and won't quit until the job is done. The spirit of the 20th century returns to the 21st action-packed miniseries from Eisner Award-winning writer Tom King. Wonder Woman, Supergirl, with Toronto and artist Jeff Spokes. Here we go. DC vs. Vampires has once again returned. Some pretty cool looking covers. DC vs. Vampires, World War V, #1, written by Matthew Rosenberg. An art and cover by Otto Schmidt. The smash hit series returns with this dead of winter, and any hope for a fragile truce between the Green Arrow-led human heroes and Vampire Queen Barbara Gordon's army has been dashed by Damian Wayne and his guerrilla fighters. He's the only one fighting back against these bloodthirsty hordes, leaving Green Arrow with a choice. Does he stand and fight or sacrifice the boy in the name of peace? Dun, 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 dun. I feel like Damian has to be the one to kind of deliver the final blow in this series. Maybe it's kind of like Deceased. So, I mean, Deceased had, like, you know, a pretty solid ending in that regards. Dark Knights of Steel, All Winter #2, written by Jay Kristoff and Tom Taylor. I never read Dark Knights of Steel, so I have no idea if it's any good or not. Deathstroke's past and present collide. We discover the source of Vandal Savage's ire is being protected by Adeline, Deathstroke's wife, but what she has in her possession might be the only thing capable of stopping this endless winter for good. Crossing Vandar is dangerous enough, but their quest will barely have begun before tragedy strikes. Superstar writer Tom Taylor and Dark Knights of Steel, the artist Riccardo Federici, to tell the story of an orphan child to the heir of the throne of Atlantis. Okay, got a lot of stuff there. Batman Gotham by Gaslight, the Kryptonian Age #3. This is continuing the DC Elseworlds initiative. I mean, like I said, Elseworlds stuff is fun, but you got to label it specifically as Elseworlds. So, Adam Strange's understanding the ancient world is flipped upside down as he is saved by Diana of Themyscira. Batman searches for the Jade Ring of Longji and goes undercover to confront Selina Kyle for its whereabouts. Little do they know, it's halfway across the country on board the same train as the young aerialist named Alan Scott. Detective Comics, #1088. Chaos against the Order. Good against evil. The Dark Knight against everything. The end is nigh, and nothing can prepare you for what's to come in the cumulative chapter of Ram V's Gothic opera. Oh my gosh, we're almost at the end. We're almost at the end, everyone. Oh, I see Damian on there, so on the cover right there. Batman and Robin, issue #12. Written by Joshua Williamson. Years ago, Bane killed Alfred right in front of Damian, and now on Dinosaur Island, there's nothing stopping Robin from getting his revenge, except his father, Batman, and the giant dinosaurs, of course. So, oh, here comes my dogs. Hello, dogs. But yeah, so Damian confronting Bane again, that should be interesting. We haven't really seen that in, quite a while. And like I said, I mean, it sucks that we had to lose Alfred, but I do admire the fact that they actually, like, had some lasting consequences with that. Like, he wasn't just brought back. He still isn't brought back at this time. And, there's actually lasting stakes to it all. And while I do really miss Alfred, and I'd like to see him back at some point, I do admire that for once death has consequences. There's that whole phase where it's like everything Lazarus related, everyone just keeps coming back endlessly, and it just didn't really like make any big difference whatsoever. But yeah, it is what it is. So, all right, here we go. Nightwing issue #117, Fallen Grayson, 4 of 5. We are, my goodness, dogs. Hey, chill. I'm trying to record here. That's okay. This is what happens sometimes. There you go. There's your summer Dick Grayson photo right here. Ooh, this is a cool looking cover. That's probably Serge Akina or whatever. But yep, he's got the beard. Nightwing issue #117, written by Tom Taylor, art by Bruno Redondo. While Dick connects with the ghost of his past, Nightwing takes to the streets to defend his honor. But how can he be in two places at once? So what's this? And what shocking revelations does Dick learn when he confronted by the truth behind his parents' death? What other shocking, like, Tony Zuko killed him? Are you going to retcon or change that? The Heartless Saga continues in the cumulative chapter of the celebrated run. So, yes, so the Nightwing thing, we're finally going to wrap up that storyline. We're finally going to wrap up Detective Comics and that story arc there. So I'm actually looking forward to kind of reaching the end of that stuff, but only time will tell. Batman, The Brave and the Bold, issue #16. Tim Seeley, Turan Grumman, and Alex Segura. Nightwing and Deadman come face to face with the sinister unfallen. The final chapter, Tim Seeley encounters Tarantino, Slane finds the midst of a deadly conspiracy. And the question desperately searches for answers about the strange villain menacing her life. Okay. Yes. Gotham City Sirens. I did hear about this. #1, written by Leah Williams. I think this is going to be a little mini-series or something like that. Like, it takes the place of the other stuff. When a violent, highly illegal energy drink-sponsored hunting operation threatens the lives of wildlife and the residents of Gotham City, like the only one fit to save the day are the criminal trio of Catwoman, Poison Ivy, and Harley Quinn. Back together again for the first time in years. Sometimes the only way to fight bad is with even worse. With special appearances by White Rabbit, Punchline, and introducing the Himbo Cowboy Henchman. Sensation to be soon sweeping the nation, known as the Nasty Boys. Get your chaps, spurs, and hats and cause its hunting season. By the end of the story, you'll be covered in guts, goo, and grit. Featuring the talents of Leland's, if you're not chanting hot tubs and headshots and hotties, oh my, by the end of this 4-week-long series, you're doing it wrong. Okay, this is probably not going to be for me, but I'm sure some people will enjoy it too. So, but yeah, so that's that. Gotham City Sirens number 2. Okay, so this is just a little mini-series to take over while, you know, like the other books kind of take a little bit of a break. And honestly, with like Catwoman and Harley Quinn, I feel like the momentum in those books is kind of like, I mean, I kind of stopped reading them a while ago. I was reading them for a while, but like I just didn't really get that into them. Now, Catwoman under like Ram V was actually pretty decent. But then there's like some others, like kind of after that, I just kind of like lost interest in the book altogether. So I didn't really know what's going on with most of the plot outside of like Gotham War. Like that's stuff I read. Like I feel like some books could probably just kind of come to an end and like, you know, we can kind of reboot later on. Oh yeah, but I'm kind of skipping through. Let me go ahead and read some of this stuff. Gotham City Sirens number 2. Is there a description? No. Surprisingly. So it just kind of goes through that. Birds of Prey. I've actually been reading Birds of Prey. I just haven't bothered to review it because, like, I sometimes just want to read some comics and just don't feel like talking all about them. Plus, like I said, with some of the stuff, I'm kind of confused with it, and I'd rather like have a little bit more knowledge about things to try and talk about rather than just like say I'm confused like the whole time. Their attempt to control the portal dimension is backfired and hilarious, but violent way. The Birds of Prey find themselves dealing with some unexpectedly cute results. Meanwhile, Oracle's escape plan nears completion despite some over enthusiastic assistance. Cassandra Crane has a big idea. So I got everyone here. And then, okay. Outsiders, number 10, written by Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly. As they grapple with the shocking revelations of the last 3 issues, the Outsiders race to protect the fabric of reality. Within the carrier, their drummer is ready to play her encore, and it's going to bring the house down. Okay, then we got this one, Batman Off-World, issue number 6 of 6. Batman is ready to return to Gotham City to apply all that he's learned from his unbelievable adventures in the farthest reaches of the cosmos, but unfortunately, the Black Sun twins still have one last lesson for him, a lesson exploring the final frontiers of pain. It's the brutal, surprising finale to Jason Aaron and Doug Mack's Batman epic. I haven't read any of this, so I don't know if it's any good or not, but it could be good. Batman Dark Age number 5, Ra's al Ghul, or Ra's al Ghul, or as I like to call him, Granddaddy al Ghul, because Ra's and Ra's are always pronounced back and forth, so I'm just going to kind of roll with it. When Bruce's former mentor becomes his greatest enemy, he is forced to recruit some of the unlikeliest allies out there. The Rogues Gallery. Will their team up be enough to save the city on the brink of destruction? Only time will tell. And then what do we have here? Action Comics number 1068, written by Gail Simone and Rainbow Rowell. Things go cosmically wrong as Superman finds himself the champion in a galactic battle between 2 alien empires. The entire Earth is held hostage as Superman fights to save continents from utter destruction. Loads of guest stars, but as you haven't seen them in a very long time, all this and lots more in Part 2 of Superman: The Challenge from the Stars. Plus Lois Lane, editor-in-chief, sidelines reporter Clark Kent. Will their marriage survive? Tough love. Yeah. Batman Superman, World's Finest, issue number 30. Written by Mark Waid, art by Gleb Melnikoff. Get ready to see the Trinity, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman take part in their first adventure as a trio. Okay, should be kind of fun. And then we have Power Girl, issue number 12, written by Leah Williams. Axel's betrayal. After a disastrous first day, Power Girl's tutor's true colors are revealed. Can a high-flying fantasy do-over make things right between the two, or will Axel be dumped faster than Streaky's litter box? Kneel before Zod, issue number 8. 3 simple words. Zod versus Sinestro. The sins of the fathers burn like a cosmic wildfire in both of their hearts. Only against each other does that rage find full expression. But will they destroy the universe before they can destroy each other? And then we have, looks like the Flash book right here. I miss Jeremy Adams on the Flash. I really do. I haven't really been reading the size for, I kind of felt interest, but I don't know if it's any good right now, but it was so good beforehand. I do miss him. So the Archangels have gathered their forces and are ready to bring forth the new age they seek, but the Flash family is gathered for a final stand while still dealing with public unrest, and Waller's forces will be enough to stop the Archangels. Well, the Resident and Linda have come to an epiphany and have to risk everything to get Wally. And we have Titans right here. Oh, I got the swimsuit covers and all that too. Titans number 14, written by Tom Taylor. Trigon is coming. The threat from hell threatens to destroy the entire world. Can our heroes and Swamp Thing save the planet? Is Raven lost forever? Will be Titans together or Titans torn apart? I'm sure it'll be Titans together. I don't know. Titans is like, it got a little better, but it's never been like an amazing book so far. So, like, I mean, there's been some decent stuff post, like, Beast. Like honestly, some of the Beast World stuff was the best it's been, but, like, I'm not like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to read Titans this month. I mean, I'm not really feeling that with a lot of DC books these days, it seems. So I hope Absolute Power is really good, though. Like, I really want it to be genuinely great. Because Mark Waid has written some really awesome stuff. Look at, like, World's Finest. Like, in recent memory, too. Like, look at World's Finest. Like, that's consistently really good. So I hope it's good. But, Batman vs. Robin was okay. In some ways, like, there's some good and there's some not so much elements, but it had a good conclusion right there. So Green Lantern War Journal number 12. It has all led to this as John Stewart and his allies fight to beat back an invasion by Olgrun and the Old Gods. John Henry, Natasha Irons, and the sentient construct known as Ellie Stewart fight to save Shirley Stewart from the vengeance of Star Shroud, and the survival of Metropolis hangs in the balance. Can John Stewart make it back to Earth in time to save his mother and his city? And can the entire Stewart family and their allies survive such an onslaught? Characters die, and the status quo is changed forever in this final climactic issue. I haven't read any of this, so I don't know if it's any good or not, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Green Arrow, issue number 15, written by Joshua Williamson. Arsenal, Connor Hawk, Red Arrow, or Red Canary, Leon, and the Arrow in battle above the skies. They can't let Waller's task force agents get Professor Ivo to Gamora. This is the hero's last chance to win the war for power in the DC universe. And then we have JSA number 12. As the team picks up the pieces from their last battle, Stargirl looks to the future and what it means to be a member of the first super team. Don't miss the final issue of the Star-Studded Run. I think this is probably Jeff Johns' last DC comic book for a really long time. But he hasn't really been writing like that much like he used to. So I don't even know what he's really up to these days. But I mean, he's kind of out in the movie side, so who knows anymore. Shazam number 14, written by Josie Campbell, art by Emanuela Lupacino. Mary and Freddy have been tracked down to the unused tunnels of Septa, but the monsters plaguing Philly have followed them too. With Billy refusing to turn to the captain, can Mary and Freddy turn the tide and figure out what's causing the monster onslaught? Can they convince Billy to come home? And what's up with the weird kid in the toga that only Billy can see? Then we have My Adventures with Superman, number 3, with Clark Kent arrested by Team 7 who need to figure out a way to use his powers and keep Amazo hidden, but will his identity Superman be revealed all in the process? No, because if that were to happen, that would have happened in the TV show. Written by Josie Campbell and all that. So, and then Robin. From the DC Vault, The Death in the Family, Robin Lives number 2. Over 30 years ago, History of Batman fans wanted to kill the second Robin, Jason Todd. Now DC continues the story what would happen if he had lived. Jason Todd traumatized over the Joker's your fellow tax and keep you back. Okay, so yeah, like I said, it's an alternative tale. The Nice House by the Sea, number 2. James Tynion IV. Oh yeah, that's right. He's still doing some DC stuff. Tensions inside the house are rising. Resentments are simmering to the surface. The residents need something to unite around, so an adorable dog is just a thing, right? They can all be trusted to love an innocent animal, right? Zatanna, bringing down the house. Or it's burning down the house, but yeah, whatever. Zatanna, Bring Down the House, number 3, written by Mariko Tamaki, art and cover by Xavier Rodriguez. It's out of the caster's lair, into the fire. Zatanna takes a tumble down the rabbit hole, although the order of the rabbits themselves would tell you they prefer term bunny well. Within, Zatanna finds her inability to perform real magic put to the test in a pulse-pounding fight for her life against a vicious champion the rabbits call the Destroyer of Souls. Looks like the Boy Wonder, number 4 of 5. Demon Wing may have been struggling to live up to his father's legacy, but the last thing he ever wanted was to be returned to the clutches of his grandfather, the Demon King. But when his worst nightmare comes true, can he rely on his mother to defend him, or has he lost her forever to the same horrific legacy he's tried to escape? John Constantine, Hellblazer, Dead in America. That is such a long title. Like, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 words, and then, a number. Issue 8 of 11, written by Simon Spurrier. John Constantine is in hell. Literally. Trapped without his friends or a way home, resort to what he's done before. Conning the legions of the underworld into setting him free. That is unless he's lost his touch. Superman vs. Muhammad Ali. Primer, Clashing Colors. I think this is a trade paperback. Oh, Kami Garcia. Oh, here we go. Here's the next in this series. Oh, this is on sale in November. Corey Anders' summer job at a ritzy Santa Monica beach club is fun, but she doesn't care about keeping up with the current trends. She's not interested in rushing around to all the parties. She'd rather explore Inexplicable Draw to the Stars or hang out with her new friend Victor Stone. Her sister Kira, on the other hand, is the most popular girl around, with the hottest clothes and even hotter boyfriend, the Tate Fairweather, and a take no prisoners attitude. She's Corey's opposite in every way. Their summer heats up when Tate's uncle asks the girls to participate in an EDS study his pharmaceutical company is running. During treatment, Corey develops some strange powers she's never had before, and she might not be the only one. Can Corey persuade her sister to trust her before it's too late? And when a carload of teens with their own powers come looking for her to warn her about a creepy stalker, she'll learn that trust is a two-way street. I do not like any of these Kami Garcia Teen Titans books. I will tell you straight up, the ones I've read, I have not enjoyed them whatsoever. I guess they sell okay. Because when you're selling a limited, $17 for one of these books or whatever, it's just the one that wrote Damien at, it was painful to read. I just can't get into them. Batman, Robin, and Howard Summer Breakdown number 2. With Talia al Ghul in town, Damien and Bruce find themselves a little distracted, and his mom's determination that Damien joined the League of Assassins isn't helping allay Damien's suspicions that she might be part of the Recomplex Text plot, so it's up to Howard to continue investigating the company and her plan for the recycling center with the help of her hero club. But does their involvement mean Damien has been sidelined from the mission? Primer clashing colors number 2. I'll strongly balance her class for a growing friendship with Violet, and Luke, acting so weird lately, actually finds herself discouraged that the Titans don't believe Primer has what it takes to join the team. Could helping the Titans capture Ravager and possibly uncover the next steps in Deathstroke's plan be just the second chance Primer needs to prove she's the super enough to become a Teen Titan? Only time will tell. Super Pet Special. Identity Crisis. Okay. Tony Flex, Michael Connor, Dan Waters, and Kyler Starks. The Super Pets are back, and this time they're all bite. Haley, the beloved bark-out star of Nightwing, finds herself to be a fish out of water when she arrives on the Kent farm. As her big city mutt tries to adjust to country living, she's shocked to discover a kennel of courageous critters is already waiting for her. Bitewing meets the Super Pets, and you might want to hold on tight because things are all about to get hairy. Also featuring stories Miss Wolf, and then The Dark Side of the Dog Bed, The Many Pets of Damian Wayne. You'll have to squeak it to believe it. Okay, I love the Super Pets. I actually really like the Super Pets movie. I thought it was actually pretty good, so I probably might check this out if I remember to. The Batman and Scooby-Doo Mysteries, number 8. Gotham's Finger Memorial Museum, home of giant appliances, giant games, and giant sports equipment, has been robbed by giants. Are Batman and Scooby up to the challenge of tracking down the mythical robbers and solving the quite literally biggest crime in their careers? Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Issue number 129. Written by Derek Freelops. Art and cover by Valerio Chiola. Following a string of successfully solved mysteries, it's time to celebrate, and Fred is treating the gang to dinner at his favorite local hangout. But Fred's childhood haunt isn't quite what he remembers. The pizza parlor has gone through a complete renovation. Gone are all the fun things Fred finally remembered. The ball pit, ticket games, especially the animal mascots and band, until one of those angry animatronic performers comes to life. Suicide Squad, Kill Arkham Asylum, trade paperback here, Superman 78, trade paperback, Alan Scott, The Green Lantern, trade paperback, Speed Force, Green Arrow, and is there anything else we're missing? Looks like we're pretty much at the end here, unless it's just some trade paperbacks. Okay, still going, volumes, my goodness, a lot of trade paper. Okay, and that is the end of the August solicitations. My goodness, that was a lot to keep tracking of for a while. So, Absolute Power, I'm very hesitant about it as another event for DC, because, a lot of these events just haven't been, amazing. I can't remember the last event that I really loved. Well, I actually think I really enjoyed the first Dark Knight's Metal. I think that's for a big cross, all the titles event, Metal was a lot of fun. Death Metal, on the other hand, sucked. The second one was pretty bad. It was just, it was so confusing. You couldn't figure anything out, what was going on. It just, I was what is even happening in the storyline anymore? So, but all sorts of other events since then just have not been all sort of the best stuff. But I hope Absolute Power is good. I really want a great event from DC. Make me excited. I just don't feel the spark and enthusiasm I had for a while ago. I need to regain that. I kind of missed the Rebirth era. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, there was this excitement with so many different titles, and I'm oh, I can't wait to see it cross over this and that. Now I'm just I feel checked out a little bit in some ways, but I'm still gonna keep an eye out and still read things. But I feel I need to get that. I want that spark back of excitement for a lot of the DC titles again. I just don't feel I have it right now. Hopefully that'll change though in the near future. But yeah, so we got all this stuff. Batman and Robin I'll still read. Obviously, Superman's been pretty good. I'm surprised we're actually getting a Damian and Wonder Woman team up. The artwork looks pretty good in some of these variant covers, but yeah, so like there's so many different things. DC versus Vampires is returning once more after a long hiatus. So I mean, I'm hoping for some really good stuff. We shall see, though. But I mean, like I said, there's a few things like I said, Batman and Robin. I'm seeing the return of Bane, the confrontation there. Looks like Batman is like in the Nightwing thing. Like, is Bruce pretending to be Nightwing? That should be kind of interesting, but he's not as agile as that. But yeah, Nightwing. This run finally coming to an end, and Detective Comics' current run under Ram V coming to an end. Like, I'm excited for that. I'm ready to kind of move on from some of those storylines and move into the next era. Gotham City Sirens, I'm probably going to skip this thing. It doesn't really like the description does not sound all that exciting for me. I mean, it's cool that they're like the villains are the three of them are kind of teaming up and like being villains together again, because I feel like we just don't really get as much of that these days like we used to. Now, who is this? So we got Poison Ivy, we got Harley Quinn, we got Catwoman. Is this supposed to be like Punchline or something? I don't know. So, I mean, like I said, I mean, it's only a 4-issue kind of miniseries while the other titles kind of take a break for a month. And I feel like Catwoman and Harley Quinn kind of need to be rebooted a bit. Like, the books in general. Like, I don't know if they're really selling that way. You don't really hear too many people talking about them or being all that enthusiastic. I feel like they need kind of a fresh start again. Like, you know, kind of wrap them up, take a little bit of a break from those two titles, and then kind of relaunch them again, like, later on down the road. So, World's Finest should be good too. So there's definitely some things to look forward to, I'm sure. Artwork, I'm sure, will be really good in a lot of these things. If Absolute Power is really good, I'll be really thankful. Like I said, I mean, Mark Waid's a really good writer, like, you know, for a lot of stuff at least. Like I said, World's Finest has been great. I hope Absolute Power is awesome. I want a fantastic event. So I'm if Absolute Power is the first month is pretty good, because House of Brainiac's been pretty good too. So like if they can like deliver something satisfying there, then I think we'll be in pretty good hands. But once again, only time will tell. So yeah, those are the solicitations for the month. What did you all think of them? Post your comments down below. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm getting sidetracked. Oh yeah, DC vs. Vampires. That should be fun. So yeah. Anyways, where was that? Yeah, so thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content, hit the bell for notifications, all that other fun stuff. I'm going to get going. I got some more videos I'm going to be trying to play some catch up on. But in the meantime, thanks so much for watching. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.